Hi Scorpio, welcome to your general love reading for the beginning to mid-August 2019. Scorpio, thank you guys so much for all your kind support. Really, getting to know you guys is such a blessing, and to even come this far so soon is really, I'm so humbled and I'm so honored. Thank you. Thank you. I do this for you guys, and it's such a blessing. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, please go ahead and check out my Instagrams. They'll be in the description box. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, get one as soon as you can, because right now I'm booked until September. You can book a reading with me at my website, www.mermaidscalestarot.com. Also, if you want to win a free personal reading with me, go ahead and check the description box. So yeah, Scorpio, I'm excited. Let's get started. This is going to be a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Scorpio. This isn't going to resonate with every single Scorpio in the world. Oh, Lord. I mean, Mercury retrograde's just finished, so I'm glad for that, right? But anyway, so if this doesn't resonate with you, Scorpio, I do suggest checking your Venus, Rising, and Moon signs, because depending on the planetary placements in the sky, that could resonate with you more than your Sun sign. The messages I provide in my readings are, the ones that need to be heard the most, and that's how my guides kind of guide me to provide these messages. So if something doesn't resonate with you, it wasn't your message, and that's okay. That's totally okay. I would suggest either checking in, next week or next 2 weeks, and also there's a lot of other tarot readers on YouTube that are just brilliant. Really, they're great, so I would check them out as well. Crosswatchers, you're welcome here as well. I'm also picking up on your energy as well as Scorpios, so if you're watching the video and you're like, hey, Scorpio did that to me, feel free to switch it up. Scorpios, keep that in mind as well. If you feel like Crosswatcher did something to you and I'm saying it, that you did it, go ahead and switch it. Energy is fluid, time is fluid as well. Keep that in mind, please. And we all have divine feminine and masculine energies within us. When I'm saying feminine and masculines, I'm referring to the energies, not the gender. If anything is gender specific, I will let you know. Alright, let's get started. Wait, I forgot my ring. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I have to wear my ring now. Not like I was superstition, but it just helps a lot. Okay. So this is going to be, Scorpio, for whoever you're thinking about as you're watching this, but more importantly, don't refer it to someone that maybe you're not talking to, or maybe that you're dating. Like, don't just limit it to one person. I'm picking up on energies. It could be someone from the past. It could be someone that's coming in. But you'll know who I'm talking about because, it's the first person that'll pop up in your mind, right? So that's really what I'm going for here. So the spread's going to start out as, how did this connection start with this person in Scorpio? Please give me some background on this connection, Spirit, angels, and guides. Please provide me with a background. Flirt, okay. With you deserve love at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm getting for this Scorpio, especially for this combination. I feel like how you guys kind of initiated this connection between you and this other individual. I'm feeling like you guys recently, or within the last few months, left a really difficult situation behind with someone else. It could have been a karmic partner, definitely. But it made you realize, what you were receiving within that past connection wasn't serving you, wasn't serving your highest potential. In fact, some of you were even being like, it was just like the person was totally disrespecting you. And I feel like it's even more than just cheating. It was like they were just mean to you, just not a very good energy. So they would say really rude things to you. I feel like for some of you, they comment on how you dressed, what you wore, like you can't leave the house with that on type of thing, and then would say something really rude about it. or just really nitpick at the things that you did, like something as stupid as you know, laundry detergent, what kind you bought or something like that. And it was time to go. It just wasn't serving you well, and you knew you deserved better than that. So you left that karmic situation behind, and you met someone new by going out or reconnecting with, I'm feeling okay. I'm picking up on different groups here, so again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For some of you like really started after a long time of healing from that karmic. Your friends kind of convinced you to finally go out, and you guys went out, and there's someone you met that night of going out with your friends. Others of you, I feel like you reconnected with a friend that you guys always had a strong connection for each other, but it never went really. Some of you could have dated this person, but I feel like it was just always a strong connection to where finally you guys just kind of broke the ice and made it known that you liked them, or vice versa. And the flirting kind of started initiating, and you know, the ice was broken. And others of you, I feel like this person helped you out of this karmic situation, whatever it was. I feel like at the time you were in the previous karmic situation, you said a lot to this person about, you know, the things you were going through and how it made you feel, and debating on whether you should leave or not. And this person kind of guided you to leaving them, or encouraged you to leave them. And then feelings just started. I think they always had feelings for you, Scorpio, but they didn't make it known until really you were really far from that relationship, whatever it was. So yeah, again, whatever resonates with you, okay, Scorpio? Let's get into the tarot of this. What was Scorpio's energy towards this connection at the time when it started? And again, time is really fluid, guys. I'm just sticking to a storyline just for the sake of the spread and the comprehension and logistics of it all. But this could have happened to you last week. This could be happening to you now. And it could even happen in the future for some of you, but just keep that in mind. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Some of you could have Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn in your chart, or your karmic was an earth sign, or you're dealing with an earth sign. So I'm picking up on 3 energies here, but the third energy, that toxic kind of energy, is really faded though. So I feel like really, Scorpio, you did a lot of growth and healing from that. And it's kind of like in the past now, but I do feel a slight energy. What was significant other and cross watchers energy towards this connection with Scorpio? Strength. Okay, some of you guys could have been dealing with a Leo. With the overall Knave of Wands, yes. So this is exactly what I was feeling, Scorpio. Like, this started out very flirtatious, and feelings were being passionately expressed, whether it was like withheld for a while and then finally things just came out and then it just sparked, or if it was just like you guys met, you found each other attractive, you started talking, and things got spicier from there and there. I mean, I'm hearing like some of it was just like it led from the bar or the party to the bedroom, and I am not hating, okay? Like, I do not judge. Fun is fun, okay? That's for some of you. Like, went really quickly, like escalated really quickly. But there was a lot of passion, and I'm feeling like for those of you that it was like you knew each other but it never ignited, it was like so withheld within the both of you that it just kind of exploded once it happened. Like, there was no going back. There was no going back. It's like as if it was just been waiting, yearning to come out, and it did, and it was amazing. Yeah, especially like the feminines, you really needed this expression to come out. Like, I felt like your passion was stifled for a long time. Some of you guys, your sacral was blocked. Like, being with whoever you were in the past, it just blocked your your desire. It blocked like your true yearning until you kind of like started the thing with this person, and your sacral just completely opened again. Really, almost for some of you, your like kundalini was activated through this person as well. And for the masculines, you were waiting, like you always had this attraction for this person, but I felt like you were always just a little bit, I wouldn't say standoffish, but I think you were just biding your time until the timing was right. Scorpios, you guys are smart. You guys are very, very smart, and you guys know when the right time is to execute a plan and when it's best to hold things off. And I'm getting that here, but once it was initiated, boom, it was gone. It was gold. I don't get why I'm getting, for some of you guys have like, either you or the person you're dealing with have like really funny socks or cute socks, like cute prints on them. And like you get a lot of compliments on your socks. I don't know where that's coming from. But yeah, so let's get into it a little bit. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, Scorpio, I feel like again, your sacral, your desire, your passions from the previous person you were with, it was like kind of dying out. And so when you met this person, it's like, it was as if you were just kind of, first of all, you were healing, right? And you were kind of taking a break. So when your friends kind of finally, either your friends or this person initiated you to go out a bit, it was as if you're coming out of this dormant state. Some of you guys were really affected by whatever happened in the past with that other energy. And you were just like, you know, I really need to wait. Really need to go within myself, really heal myself, identify, you know, what within me, you know, needs to let go of this person completely so I can evolve to a better version of myself. The classic Scorpio type of, you know, evolvement, right? But so when you met this person, it was as if you were still a bit dormant, right? And maybe for some of you too, like, they may have had to coax you a little bit to come out of that shell, or to come out of that period where you were just, you know, focusing so much on yourself, because either they felt it or it was just necessary that like the divine was guiding this. Because Scorpio, like, if we spend in that energy so long of trying to evolve ourselves, trying to change, going through every single part of it to withdraw and grow, sometimes we miss what's going around us. Sometimes we miss the opportunities that are around. Luckily, I feel like this situation brought you out of that to where you're not missing what was around you. But for a while, maybe you just really kept to yourself. Maybe you stayed in home a lot. Maybe I'm seeing like sweatpants and the like pizza and like, you know, like you were really just not trying to do anything until you were fully healed. But for some of you, it was like you were staying in that for too long. And Spirit was like, you have to remember what passion is again. You have to remember what life is again. Like, of course, work on yourself, but remember to also be kind to yourself, Scorpio. And so, you know, with the Seven of Pentacles, you were just still kind of coming out of that dormant state, that evaluating state of, you know, what you have done so far and what needed to be changed, kind of thing. A lot of introspection at the time you met this person. So here we have the Strength card. Leo energy. Easily you could be dealing with a Leo or someone that has Leo rising, Leo moon, Leo Venus, or any Leo in their chart for that matter. But if not, it was just that this person, I feel like, so for some of you that was resonating with the person who you kind of leaned on during that time of leaving that karmic behind, they gave you a lot of strength, a lot of support, a lot of courage to know that you were worth it, to know that you didn't deserve the treatment that you were being treated, that you are beautiful, handsome, strong, capable, you can do it all by yourself. And, you know, they gave you that inspiration. They gave you that hope and the courage to do what was right for yourself. Others of you, it was like for, okay, a couple messages here. For some of you, it was like, for those of you where it was like you guys were friends, but nothing came about it, it was for a long time they held back their feelings for you, Scorpio. For a long time did they have to, you know, not go into their primal instinct and say, Scorpio, there was like a very strong sexual attraction I'm getting here. And I think you always knew it, but it was like never still enacted, like it was never still pursued. But so they held back a lot, until this opportunity came where they realized that they could be the ones to, you know, achieve Scorpio. And others of you that I was picking up on, it's like when they first met you, you know, they knew they had to play it cool, they knew they had to play it well. So they didn't want to, you know, be too brash, too aggressive up front at first. I don't know if that's because they picked that up on your energy, or they just really wanted to play the game well, let's just say. And it's not like a game, but you know what I mean, like smooth talk you and seduce you in a way where you didn't make them, or they didn't make you feel like they were being a creeper, you know what I mean? So that was the energies. Yeah, so then it's like, it just clicked. It just clicked. But yeah, I kind of want to go into this Seven of Pentacles a little more, Scorpio. The Hierophant. Yeah, you were kind of, some of you could have Taurus or Capricorn. I take the Hierophant as Capricorn as well. But it was like as if you just got out of a commitment or whatever that involvement with that karmic was, and you really wanted to take time to yourself before you could commit to anything again. And it didn't have to be marriage, but it could have been something like, you know, even dating someone, even having any sort of time or energy put into something that requires time and energy, like a relationship. You were really evaluating what you wanted in a relationship, what you needed. And as you were going in and figuring that out, you realize that these things are not going to change. This is going to be your new criteria list in the future for what you're expecting in your relationship to come, so that karmic situation does not happen to you again. It was as if this new moral guidelines within yourself of being like, okay, if this happens to me, this will be a red flag and I'll know they're not the one type of thing. It was like this influence within you that was being built because you didn't want to go through that again. Okay, let's get into what the connection is currently. Or what will the connection be currently, or beginning August to mid-August? What will the connection be like beginning to August or middle August for my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Release your ex. It is safe for you to love at the bottom. Okay. So Scorpio, I'm going to be honest. Your karmic may pop up again, okay? The person that you left, that you really had a hard time of releasing yourself from, may try to come up again, and that's how karmics are, right? Karmics are tests, unfortunately, that get put back in our lives by the universe to see if we really learned our lesson. From all that growth that you did you learn from that? Or are you going to repeat the same cycle? And it's just going to go on and on and on and on and on. So that's for some of you. Others of you, I feel like you were so hurt by the situation with the karmic that with all the healing that you've done, and you've come far, Scorpio, I feel that. So don't discredit yourself. It may be that like you're just still apprehensive about fully getting into a relationship again or fully committing again, because almost for some of you it was traumatic. And Scorpio, I'm so sorry if that was the case. It was traumatic, and it was like, I won't go through that again. But for it is safe for you to love, Scorpio, I feel like the divine and your guides are telling you that there's no need to be defensive, there's no need to be cold, there's no need to worry. You're okay. It is safe to love again. You've done your healing, you've done your growth. Don't exclude yourself from this opportunity just because of fear, just because of doubt. Okay? But we'll get into the tarot. Let's see. What is Scorpio's energy going to be like in regards to this? No. Usually I'll take one out if one's popping out like that, but if it's multiple, then I'm like, eh. Ooh. That one almost wanted to come out. If it comes out again, and it does. Ooh. Wow, okay. So I'm going to take this one, right? But this one's going to be a message. Yeah, Scorpio, it's as if for the person that was your karmic, you really, really thought this person was going to be your long haul. You really, really thought that person was your one, your soulmate, your divine counterpart, that you guys were going to establish a long-term relationship, even get married, and you guys envisioned having children, you guys envisioned growing old with this person, for some of you, right? And then you had to cut it out with the Queen of Swords. Some of you could have air in your chart, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but look, the Queen is crying. It was a very, very painful experience, regardless of gender. But you knew what was best for yourself. You couldn't have another pin in your heart again. It was painful. So this is why, this whole feeling of fantasizing of this long term that you had to suddenly cut out. For some of you, it was sudden. I'm hearing no more, or that's enough, or it's enough, or I can't take this shit anymore, specifically. And it had to be cut. And so it led you kind of to the state of Two of Pentacles, right? Again, earth energy. Some of you can have a lot of earth in your chart. But we'll go into that in a bit. Let's see what their energy will be like. What will cross-watcher, significant other's energy be like? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. With the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, Scorpio, I feel like you're still taking your time a bit. And if it's vice versa, it's vice versa. But I'm really feeling like, Scorpio, at some point you're going to let them in, or else they're going to give up. Because we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse here. And I feel like they do want this long term with you. They do want this prosperity with you. But as much as you keep pushing them away, as much as you keep telling them, like, as long as you keep protecting yourself, it's pushing them away. And they don't want to, but they're also not going to sit and wait until a decision is made, because they also have a life that they need to carry on. And as much as they have feelings for you, and as much as they love you, and as much as they want to be in a relationship with you, they also recognize that they need the respect of having an answer. and solidifying this so it can grow to something, but they don't see it being grown because of this back and forth, because of this uneasiness and this tension. Some of you may even still be in love with that karmic, and they know that, and they see that, and they think because of your association still with that karmic that there is no chance for this to grow. And it's just, it's taking a while. It's taking a while. So yeah, Scorpio, I don't feel like it's your fault either, because I'm again, for some of you, your karmic is going to pop back up again, and it's going to rock your shit. And it's going to kind of throw you a bit out of bounds. And if anything, I'm giving you this as a warning, Scorpio, or as a heads up, more of a heads up. I feel like some of you are definitely over it, and you'll be like, I'll just tell them to go sit on a cactus. But others of you are going to be really like spun out of, not of control, but like, it's going to be a real test for you, okay? And with the Two of Pentacles, there's two things. Either you're going to decide if you, some of you will even decide if you should go back to the karmic or stay with this new person. But others of you are just trying to balance that energy, that the shadow and the light that this is going to kind of throw off. And for others of you where this, person is not going to come back, the deal's been sealed kind of thing, it's just letting that finally go. You guys have done a lot of work. I don't want to discredit you for that. But I feel like it's still that weariness of like, can I trust this person? I don't know. And it's like, Scorpio, it's like you're looking out at the window. You're having faith. And this person's just waiting to kind of approach you correctly, or approach you in a way where you are ready to be approached. I think they have a lot of respect for you, Scorpio. They do. And so they don't want to throw you off or make you overwhelmed. But they do want to answer. You know? They want you to become vulnerable. They're looking at the nakedness of her back, right? They want you to open up. They want you to talk, about how you feel. And not only talk about how you feel, but if it's something like, look, I'm still really hurt over this, then they want to be like, okay, what can I do to help you? You know? I feel like they really just want to help. And if anything, you should take this as confirmation. It's safe for you to love. It's okay. It's safe for you to turn around and accept this proposal. But Scorpio, they're losing a bit of hope here. Okay. Let me clarify the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse for their energy? Five of Swords. Okay. Can I have another? The High Priestess. Okay. Yeah, so Scorpio, at the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Cups. And I don't feel like this is them now, or this is going to be them, but they're very close. Okay? They're very close to pursuing something that may be where someone else will be more eager to start something with them, is how they feel. Regardless of that's how you feel, that's how some of them feel, is that you just don't want to, or you don't care to. Something along those lines. You could be dealing with another water sign, especially Cancer or Pisces with the High Priestess, but this is what I'm seeing, Scorpio. For some of you with the Five of Swords, again, air energy, it could be that you're preserving yourself so much. Maybe you guys got in a fight. Maybe they kind of asked you what's wrong, or like, why are you acting this way? And, I have I have my Pluto and Scorpio in the 8th house, so I have a very strong Scorpionic placement, and I understand this. Sometimes the shit that comes out of our mouth is foul. And and it's any water sign too, actually. we don't mean it, but it's just our emotions are just running so high that we feel like we need to justify the way we feel by either making someone else feel that way or making the point across that you're upset or hurt, whether it had anything to do with them or not. So for some of you, maybe you guys said something that was just really hurtful to this person, but they know that it's not like, or they're trying to know that it's not because you really felt that way, it's because you're going still through a hard time with the High Priestess deep down. They feel like you're still hiding things from them, that you're still holding back, that, you know, they know intuitively that you have a lot more to give than what you're giving. That there's a lot more deep down that's there, Scorpio, but it's just not coming out because of this self-preservation. Others of you, if that didn't occur, where you didn't say something really rude or really hurtful, it's as if maybe you guys are just getting in fights more. Maybe they're like, yo, like, I really like you. Do you want me or not? And it's like you don't give them a final answer. And so it's like these little fights occur. And it's like as if they're still kept in the dark, like they still don't know how you feel or what you want to do with the relationship with them. It's still being masqueraded. And so they're like thinking, maybe Scorpio just doesn't want to start anything with me. Maybe I'm just putting all this time, all this effort into nothing. You know, some of them, I'm sorry I have to say this, really like your thighs or your legs or just holding you. Yeah. Some of you guys really like candles. You have like candles in your bedroom next to your nightstand, and like instead of using a lamp or something to read, you use candles. Some of you even by your bath, but really I'm getting it next to your bed or their bed. Could be either way. Alright, so let's get into their highest hopes, deepest fears for this connection. What is their highest hopes for this connection? What is their highest hopes for this connection between themselves and Scorpio? What is their highest hopes for this connection? The Sun in reverse. Interesting. Okay. What is their deepest fears? What is their deepest fears? The Six of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to clarify the Sun in reverse as their highest hopes. Again, a lot of Leo energy. You could even have Leo in your chart, Scorpio. Why is the Sun in reverse here for their highest hopes? The Star. Okay. Can I have another card for the Sun in reverse for my Scorpios? Eight of Swords. Okay. Yeah. So, this is what I'm getting. Some of you guys could have Aquarius straight up in your chart, or a lot of air, or you could be dealing with Aquarius. But with the Sun in reverse, to me the Sun is like, of course, happiness, joy, but it's also expansion, it's also growth. It's also clarifying, it's also illuminating, right? And with the Star and the Eight of Swords, before this relationship can really grow, before it can really expand, before it can be brought to light, to the public, to, you know, really having its full potential, I feel like there's just one more step they feel like before this can reach to their highest potential of, you know, the sun being upright. But there's a lot of healing that still needs to be done. And they know, if you have faith, Scorpio, and trust in them, to get out of your head of the, you know, Eight of Swords is self-entrapment, right? It's all the thoughts and the worries and the fears that we create for ourselves before it gets to the Nine of Swords, right? It's before it like literally starts affecting our sleep. It's just the little small things where you feel like you're trapped, that you can't get out, that there's no way out. When, if you notice, it's like, oh sorry, these swords are, there's like a, you walk forward, you know, and you're out. It's not completely surrounding. But with the Star, it's like, it needs a lot of healing of, I think some of you guys, like, it's like, some of you are like having anxiety, or maybe they have anxiety, but they know that there's going to be a lot more healing to the relationship and to the partnership and to, you know, how this can, you know, before anything could even expand to where it could go. They do have hope, Scorpio. They do have faith, although it's running a bit thin, but it's still there. It's still there. But they really are saying, you know, I feel like until you heal, this can't grow. Until you realize that by putting me on the back, and I know you don't mean this, Scorpio, I'm just the messenger, because this is just how they feel, whether it's true or not. The more you put me on the back burner and, you know, push me away into, you know, your self-preservation, this could also be self-preservation too. I can't expand this with you. It can't grow. So it's as if they want you to do the healing, continue the healing. And so this can really turn itself around and become this, you know? Their deepest fears is the Six of Pentacles. That, yeah, Scorpio, I can't say it enough. It's like self-preservation, that it's like all these apples here, all that you can give is being, you know, withheld. It's still with you. It's not, you know, they're still waiting back there. And it's like all the apples are still with you, right? And this person doesn't look very happy. You know, they're still upset. They're still hurt. Again, afraid to give what they have in case they get hurt again. Scorpio, it's they really do want to help. They really do, but they need reciprocation. They can't do it all on their own. And the more you open up, even if it's just one apple at a time, even if it's just small things at a time, you can go at baby steps. But it can't be all or nothing. It can't be one-sided. And that's how this person feels. And that's their biggest fear, is that it's going to keep on being one-sided. That they're going to keep on trying to approach you and you're not going to be willing to give anything to it because you're still afraid. Alright, Scorpio, we're going to take this to the Vimeo and we're going to see what they want to do with the situation in the beginning of August, what the likely outcome is going to be, and any advice for you, Scorpio. If you go ahead and join me on Vimeo, you can check the description box. Other than that, Scorpio, I'm really wishing you all the best. If this resonated with you, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I love you, Scorpio. I wish you all the best for August, and I'll see you soon. Alright, bye, Scorpio.